What up? What up? We are going to do a reading today. What is the truth that needs to come out? Whether this is from another person, whether it's from your higher self, whether it's from your spirit guides, or for both, your subconscious, whatever. Right now, I see somebody that is in a position wanting commitment, wanting a relationship, wanting a partnership. Not necessarily traditional, even though the Hierophant is a traditional commitment between two people. But for me, the way I interpret it, especially with the High Priestess on top of it, I take it as somebody that you want somebody, not only do you want a commitment, right? It doesn't necessarily mean like, I want to get married tomorrow, but you're in this position where you want and you're desiring a commitment where somebody knows that it is a spiritual bond, it is a spiritual connection, and that there's something that's blessing the union and the connection, right? And what's helping you right now is your intuition. Now, what's influencing you right now is the Chariot. For some of you, you could have your Chiron in Cancer. If you have Chiron, if you know your Chiron sign, look into that, because that's going to tell you where there's healing to do, and also how you can help others heal by healing that part of yourself. But since the Chariot is a Cancer card, and that's what I'm channeling for some reason, the Chiron, especially right now with the near future, the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the wounded healer. So in the past, I see you as the Queen of Swords, not necessarily the most open, not necessarily the most warmest energy, right? You could be an air sign, but even if you were, and if your opinion was like, I was warm, I was open, or whatever, because at the end of the day, the Queen of Swords, she is open. I mean, her arms are open, but she does have a sword. So I feel like you're very intimidating. You might not have been approached that much. You might have came towards conversations in regards of emotions and connection, in the actual connections, right, with the other person. You might have, or maybe just in general, if you're not having these conversations, you might have just came with this energy of like more logical than intuitive, right? Because this card in this placement can also talk about what's hindering you, what's helping you, and what's hindering you. What could be also hindering you is you not using your intuition and using too much of your logic, right? There has to be a balance. Now, I see that what would be ideal for you here with the Knight of Cups would be somebody confessing their feelings for you. And it's like, I don't even need this huge declaration of love, like, let's get married again, because we have the Hierophant here. So I'm not saying that you don't want that you don't want marriage. Some of you do, some of you don't. But what you would have wanted and what would be ideal from another person would be if they would just tell you straight up, yo, I have feelings for you. Yo, I care about you. Yo, I feel this connection, Now, in the near future, I do see the Nine of Wands. So this goes back to the subconscious influences that are influencing you right now. And that is if this reading's for you, right? I may not be like, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Anyways, whatever. So the Nine of Wands here in the near future, unfortunately, bitch, you are going to be a little bit wounded, right? From whatever this connection is, right? But I will say this. That's not to discourage you, right? In the near future, yeah, you might be a little bit guarded. You might be like, fuck, why does this have to happen to me? But I will say this is what I do like. Your approach here, and you might not see it right now, is the Tower. You say, fuck, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. This had to happen like this. Divine intervention or rejection or redirection is protection. right? You have this epiphany, you know, like that, like those videos and those memes on social media that they're like, me when I wake up on a random Tuesday and I'm cool off a motherfucker, you know? And if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, boy or girl, whatever, right? So I do see this in the near future. What it is good, because it's better to know that there is something, it's better to know what it is you need to heal, right? Imagine if you was just sitting, walking around, you don't know that you don't got shit to heal, then it's just straight ego, straight arrogance. You think your shit don't stink. So I will say that in the near future, you will be confronting some of your wounds. And even if you don't have Chiron in Cancer, this message could still apply to somebody that is extremely nurturing, right? And it's crazy because you could be an air sign, but you have Chiron in Cancer, so people think, you think that you're like, oh my God, I'm so loving and all this shit. And these people really don't see this about you because you come off as a Queen of Swords, right? Very logical, very detached, very cold. Your tongue could be sharp, but whatever. Even if you don't have Chiron in Cancer, the Chariot here, you know, with the subconscious influences is about wanting to move forward with somebody, wanting to have a home with somebody, wanting to, you know, I mean, that's not all what this card's about, but this is what I'm channeling, right? So what could be, and on the that's the shadow side right now of this reading. And on the other side, what could be influencing you? And I know I'm just going a little bit everywhere, but stay with me here, right? And if not, then whatever. It could be you just wanting to move forward. So how else can you move forward? This is like you have to get through this, you know, to move forward. So what could be pushing you subconsciously to move forward is the Chariot energy. And the Chariot energy also talks about balancing your light and your dark, integrating your shadow. So this is why we have the Nine of Wands here in the near future, bitch. Okay? So some of you might have, maybe you've started a little bit, maybe you haven't, I don't know. But whatever this connection is, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a connection and this is a love reading. But I'm really just talking about you. We're talking about your situation, what truth needs to come out. That truth could be from the other person. The truth could be from, and I'll pull some cards on that, right? What truth needs to come out from this other person. But right now, the truth that needs to come out, whether it's from your spirit guides or whether it's from your higher self, bitch, if it's for you, this is for you. Okay, so just so you know, in your near future, you will be in the Nine of Wands energy, the wounded warrior, right? But again, the Tower, your approach is going to be like, you know what? You're going to wake up one day and be like, yo, fuck this. I'm cool off of that. It's time to heal, right? And your environment right now is a healing environment. So even though this is in your future, the environment it's healing. Again, it's like, how the fuck else are you going to heal if you don't know what you're healing? You know, what you need to know is that this connection is absolutely toxic, absolutely karmic. And let's see why it's toxic. Clarify the devil. What is it that they need to know about the connection? Yeah, you know, you want to know why it's toxic because this is like the feeling of being connected to somebody and still feeling alone. But I'm going to tell you that, I mean, a big theme of this reading is the light and the dark of all aspects, like of everything that I've been talking about. Like I'm picking up on the light and the dark of the shadow and the light of the Queen of Swords, the shadow and the, you know what I mean? So the good part about it, right? What it is that you need to know is that in this connection, in this toxic connection, you did learn a lot about yourself, you know? Hence why the Nine of Wands is coming up in the near future, because things are going to be bubbling up and that's why you're going to feel a way, bitch. And you should feel a way, right? And this is not about somebody else. This is about you. This is like, fuck, you know, I never realized that this is where I was still overgiving, or where I was lacking self-worth, or, you know, this is what I still need to heal. Whatever it is that you need to heal, because we haven't clarified exactly what it is here, but I do see something about over-nurturing, over-giving, you know, just being a home to somebody that has nah, and I don't see anything, but I will say also this, the sexual chemistry also taught you something about yourself. It could have been something as small as like, sexual chemistry is not enough for connection. You could have been this connection could have been a big eye opener around sharing your energy with somebody and how it keeps you super tied, right? Like some people think it's so, like it's oh, okay, yeah, if it, like those when they say, oh, I just want to come and talk to you in person, and then you're like, no, because if I talk to them in person, I'm gonna end up being folded like a pretzel, and then everything's gonna, yeah, it's bigger than that. It's not just you repeating a cycle, it's you perpetuating the cord, if that's the right word, whatever. But it's you just like reinforcing the cord between you guys, right? The chain between you guys, you're strengthening it. So it's not just about you being quote unquote weak. Oh, I'm so weak. Oh my God, that's why I should have had seen him and slept with him. No, bitch, it's because you just made it worse by, reactivating the cord, So that's what it taught you. It taught you a lot about yourself, but this is a connection where you felt alone. Even if whether you was in a relationship, situationship, whatever, you felt alone. And you could be dealing with a water sign, because this water sign guy literally fell on top of the chariot. And you want to know this, this is most of the time I'm in love readings, I'm really drawn to the devil having his hand over her head, kind of like Reiki, like stay stuck, right, on her head. Which is fine, bitch, because she's a Queen of Swords. She's going to find some type of information in there with the Hermit. She's going to find some type of enlightenment, hence the wounded healer here in the near future. But I will say this, you could have been dealing with a water sign, and if we're talking about a male energy or a masculine energy, man, no shade to them, but they could be extremely manipulative. I have a water sign son, and even he is a little bit manipulative, and I feel like it's because that's just their realm. Like they're that's their element, water. Like they know how to manipulate it, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I feel like one of the things that kept you really stuck here, again, you're what would have been ideal for you is if this person just admitted something, motherfucker, something, a little cup, a little, I do like you a lot. I got love for you. Like, not even that. It's you wanted to say, I have feelings for you. This is what was ideal for you. And you just wanted that. You didn't even want this huge confession. And what's crazy is that this person, although they just have a hard time communicating feelings. And I know if you watch other readings, you probably hear the same fucking bullshit all the time, but it is what it is. But this person is the King of Cups. They're not a knight. And all you wanted was like, it'd be ideal if you just say a little bit of what the whole thing is, because intuitively, bitch, that this person has very strong feelings for you. And on the flip side, even though this is your reading, no, I take that back, because I was going to start getting into their energy, but I'll do that in a different way, not with this. But what's helping you and influencing your situation subconsciously is the fact that this person has feelings and has not done anything about it, and it's kept you stuck, okay? And this is the final outcome of the reading, right? The final outcome of the reading is the Sun, right? And I'm not going to say the basic shit of like, this is the happiest card in the deck, but it is something about this connection is helping you heal your inner child, right? Again, it could have been like when we're talking about the Chiron in Cancer, even if you don't have Chiron in Cancer, you could just have those kind of the similarities of someone that does have their Chiron in Cancer, where you're over nurturing, over giving, and that could be something that is needing to be healed from your inner child, where you felt like you have to over give and over overgive, and there's another word I'm looking for, but you know, to be accepted or to be seen as valuable, when bitch, you valuable, ho. Okay? So, and the timing, if we're talking about timing, right? The near future is the Nine of Wands, but the Tower card is your approach. So this could be like now. This could be like why you are looking at readings, because you're like done with the delusional shit. You're like, okay, you know what? Like, give me some motherfucking clarity. Give me some, what do I need to know? Give me some direction. And, you know, I mean, also on going back to what's influencing you, your solar plexus is I feel like your solar plexus, which is where your confidence is and your power. Something about this, and you know, because I just see like a lot of yellow. Something about this connection really, really ate at that for you. Like really fucked with that. You know, and that's why I'm going to say the basic shit that everybody says when they're reading tarot cards. The happiest card in the deck. And that's why this is the outcome, right? The Sun. The Sun is also about clarity. And I do see inner child being healed. And I feel like this free, there's also this energy of, if those of you are familiar with the Ifa religion, there's energy of Oshun. And Oshun has a lot of lessons around self-worth, and especially with love. Like she'll give you her last, you know? But, the reason why I say the happiest card of the deck, the basic shit that I'm like making fun of, but I'm serious, the Sun, is because it's, you know what? Let's just chop it up as this is you getting your spark back. You know? This is just you getting your spark back. And that is really like something that will really shift your energy and help you have, you know, more happiness, like being confident in yourself, because we're our own worst critic, right? Like, oh my God, I'm stuck. I can't believe I still haven't healed from this shit or whatever. This is like snapping the fuck out of it, bitch. 1717 when I looked up at the time on the clock when I said this, when I pointed out the Tower. Now, is there anything else that we need to know about this person? Because I know that these bitches want to know. Is there anything else that this person would want to say about this reading, or anything to clarify? Damn, okay. What about that? But if you see, you can't be sitting there like talking to tarot readers, like you gotta say it. You gotta say it. Come on, bro. Look at this. Is there anything else that this person needs to say or whatever? Because I know you bitches want to hear something about these guys, these masculines or whoever, or if you're a guy, you talk about these feminines. I know it. Spirit is saying that you need to walk away. And I know you don't want to hear that, but man, you have waited a little way too long. Maybe it's been years. It's time to embrace you being single or whatever. But it's always like when you need a job, nobody calls you, and then motherfucking you get a job and then they all want to call you back. It's an energy thing, right? So this person is going to say the truth about the connection, about how it's reciprocal, I'm not going to say, they're going to tell you they want to be with you, because I don't know that. You know what I mean? The Two of Cups is about coming together, and it is about a mutual connection, but it could just be, you know, but it's definitely when you walk away, you've waited way too long, and the spiritual lesson around this has a lot to do with time, bitch. You can't get back no wasted time. So, and I feel like that's something also that is going to have you in your feelings. It's going to be part of the healing. Like, man, and that's why the Tower is here. Like, your approach is like, snap the fuck out of it. You've wasted enough time. So, yeah, I mean, the Judgment. For some of you, I mean, this could be something that comes back together, but it needs to be it needs to be deaded before, you know? There needs to be a rebirth. It needs to be, and in order to be reborn, you have to allow shit to die. So there, like, you are, if this is something, and don't walk away on no fake shit, like, I'm gonna walk away, because then that's when they're gonna come. Like, no, you have to do this authentically, and you have to pour into yourself. You have to definitely, like, do some healing, bitch, you know. And, like, I don't, what is some advice on how, where to start on healing, or you know what I mean, like, what's a big clue for them? Bitch, you want to know what's a big clue? Stop letting motherfuckers come in and out of your life. Stop letting people come around just for a good time. Stop. Even you keep on giving this person a pass just because you know. Because you're an intuitive bitch, because you know. And not even on no delusional shit. You know. Okay? The high priestess is, her saying is, I know. So is the air sign. But anyways, stop letting people come in just for sex, just for, you know, that's not going to help you. You want to know how to really heal, right? And put up the Nine of Wands also is boundaries. Like, yo, I've been through a lot of shit in other lives and in this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Like, you're not about to come back around and just, you know, because this person dips in and out of, could be a younger fire sign, but that's besides the point. Unless I feel really called to, like, talk about signs or whatever, but it could just be somebody that's emotionally immature, right? So you lead by example. Peace the fuck out, okay? You don't have the balls. Like, okay, boo-hoo, you went through shit when you were a kid, and you have wounds. We all got wounds, buddy. Do the work. This is somebody that's not doing the work and has kept you stuck, okay? And you have learned a lot about yourself, about how you overgive, and are lowering yourself to somebody else's level just because, oh, I'm so empathic. Oh, I'm intuitive because I know he has feelings. But you know what? The Hierophant is a Taurus card, right? It's an earth sign. So when we're talking about earth, like, come back to earth, bitch. Okay? Intuition is nice, but it's in this case, it helps you, but it's also hindering you, because your intuition says that this person has more feelings than they lead on. You know that it's not just a Knight of Wands. You know that they're actually not trying to be a fuck boy or a fuck girl to you. You know that they're not just using you for sex, but that's what they're showing you. And they have yet to tell you the truth. They have yet to give you clarity. So then you need to go about your business and get your own clarity, get your own shit, and that's it. Okay? So it's in your best interest to walk away. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear the delusional shit. And hey, listen, sometimes the delusional shit that's not delusional will come out as I do more readings on the channel and shit. But and when I say delusional shit, I mean, like, it sounds too good to be true, but it's coming out because it's gonna happen for somebody. That's what I mean by that. I don't mean, like, you know. But yes, girl, you need to dead this, or guy, you need to dead this. It's holding you back. And I also want to see, besides healing and besides clarity and besides embracing and having an unblocked solar plexus, what could this be blocking? Collaboration, connections, this connection could be, I like that. This shit has got you so in your head and overthinking. And I like that this came out on the Tower, because the Eight of Swords is somebody that is tied up, and the bitch thinks that she's stuck, but she's really not. Like, she's tied up loosely, girl. Like, whoever did this BDSM, no, I'm just kidding, but didn't do it right. This Shibari. But anyways, I'm kidding. But yeah, this connection has been blocking collaborations, connections. I'll give you an example, because I live in Miami, right? And hold on, let me drink a little bit of my drink. I'm gonna give you just an example. I live in Miami, right? So let's just say this is a situation and you live in Miami, or maybe you don't live in Miami, but you wanted to come to Miami for Art Basel. And maybe I'm bringing Art Basel for a reason, because technically he is working on some art, a sculpture, and these people are looking, whatever. Shit, you could be an artist that hasn't been making their art or embracing their creativity and putting work into the creative projects that they want to do, because your creativity is all fucked because of this person, because that's connected to your solar plexus. You understand? And you're lacking confidence in your shit, so you're not putting your work out there, whatever it is, whether it's you doing fucking readings, whether it's you, doing art, whatever. But going back to the example, let's say I'm going to use this example. Let's say you do art. You get invited to Miami to go to Art Basel. You don't go because you're stuck in your feelings about this. Okay? Or let's say you do live in Miami. I'm just giving you an example of what the type of shit that this person's blocking you that might seem trivial, but it's really not. So then you're just like in your feelings. You just don't go anywhere, even though you got invited out. And even if you do get invited out, you're just like not shining the way you would because your fucking solar plexus is all blocked and shit, and you're just like not feeling whatever. You're not being seen by people that you need to be seen by. You're not making the connections and collaborating with the people that you need to be meeting. You're not, at the end of the day, Three of Pentacles, I like to, instead of people saying it's luck, right? I like to say that it's alignment. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles kind of embodies that, right? Alignment. It could talk about collaboration, it could talk, but working together, whatever. But yeah, I feel like you're missing out on opportunities, projects, collaborations, connections, because you're not in alignment, bitch, right?